I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other. I'm not sure what's worse.
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine, further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them, unless it's an emergency.
Okay, that's it.
You'd better make sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
Yeah, I hope so. You are just called guard, so I won't talk to you. Wait, that's it. Let's see if we can actually get down here. We can. Great. I'm still thinking about whether I should play Gothic 1 with my mouse. Because, you know, this combination of certain keys to do normal things like interacting and picking up is quite bothersome. I'm not sure if I can get used to that. Oh, and I almost missed it. Our first enemies. They're here. Bloody meatbugs. Bloody little meatbugs. Alright, let's punch them to death. You, meatbug, come here. Gosh, that beast is fast. Okay, I really can't. There we go. Ha! Alright, let's skin it. Now how do I do this? I need to press Control and, yeah, send it over to my inventory. As I said, it's a bit more difficult to handle than Gothic 2. No, don't. Ah, gosh, they're fast. Yeah, I got it. Alright, and over there you go. Now, those of you who have watched my Gothic 2 LP again will probably remember all these areas because... Oh, an arrow! Let's get it. Alright, I'm starting to use the mouse now because this is frustrating. Alright. Mouse. Okay. Tumbler. What's a tumbler? I don't know. I'll just pick it up. And a little chest. Let's open it. There we go. And inside we have 2 bears, 11 coins. Now let's try to figure out how to take all of them. I guess it's pressing this button. No, that's not it. Okay. So how do I do this? I'm not sure. Okay, 4 arrows, a torch, and a picklock, which is nice. Okay, what else do we have here? Do we have a proper weapon? I don't want to, you know, poke monsters with an arrow. That's doomed to failure. So, just more blueberries around here. And this is the abandoned mine that was mentioned, and we have a pickaxe here. And apparently that's it. Great. Didn't one of the guys say that we shouldn't run around with just a pickaxe equipped? Ah, awesome. And there are monsters over there, so we'll check out up here first. How do I climb again? There we go. All right. So what do we have here? A chest? No. How do I open it? There we go. More beer, more coins. I think coins are actually worthless in this game. The game spams you with them, yes, but you can't actually do anything with them because they have no value, I think. Because trade and so on is all done, another pickaxe, by exchanging ore nuggets. So that is the currency of this game, while ordinary coins, gold coins and so on are absolutely worthless. Alright, so we didn't find anything better than a pickaxe, so let's check our weapons. Pickaxe, pickaxe, and arrows. So the pickaxe does 7 damage and requires 5 strength. So it's a two-handed weapon, but that doesn't really count so far. So let's have a look at our stats for the first time in this game. We are not part of any guild. You see, this is quite similar to Gothic 1, so you should be familiar to how the character screen looks like. We are still at level 0. We have 20 experience because we killed 2 meatbugs. Next level is at 500, so that should be really easy to get. And then we'll get our first skill points. Strength is 10, so we should be able to wield that pickaxe. And the other things are, of course, at 0 and 0% and unskilled and no. So, yeah, we are worthless, basically. Alright, let's equip this pickaxe and save for the first time in this Let's Play. Okay, great! Here we are. Our first real fight against an enemy that actually, you know... Oh, there's a sword. Oh, that is actually better. Alright. Alright, come here then. I got it. I got it. What an epic fight. Let's loot this beast. Alright. It's still a bit clumsy, me and the inventory system, but I guess I will get used to it. Alright, some alcohol, and just a skeleton, doesn't have anything on it. Let's have a look around. In Gothic 2 you could actually find a rune here, a teleportation rune, so I'm somewhat expecting there to be some nice loot, but I guess the sword was already pretty good. I mean, it does 10 damage, and it looks much better than wielding a bloody pickaxe. So that's nice, even though it's a rusty sword, and I will hopefully get something better soon. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my favorite part in any video game is actually the beginning of the game, where you usually start out as a worm, as a measly worm that cannot do anything, that cannot achieve a single thing without help, and has to scramble for items, basically. And every little foe might be his end. So I really like that part in a game. While later in the game, where you are badass and no one can stop you, that actually starts to kind of bore me. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this, just scrambling for items. And I see a sword over there, and it might be better than mine. It's an old sword. It's an old sword. That might be weapons 12, and we can actually wield it. Alright, very good. Let's take this blueberries as well, and now we have scavengers, which should be slightly tougher than the mole rat we just killed. But it's not. It's not. Wait, that gave me 40 experience, and how much did the mole rat give me? We had 20 before, now we had 40, so that's 60. 100 minus 60 is 40, so they are... Alright, they are of equal difficulty, I suppose. So, not really a difference between a juvenile... Oh, a club. Between a juvenile scavenger and a juvenile mole rat. Let's pick all this. Someone has been executed here with arrows. That's gruesome. Let's have a look around whether there have been more executions over here. No. No. Well, there's a blueberry here, which is actually red for some reason, and someone has been hanged here, and I think there was a hanged man there in Gothic 2 as well, so nobody ever cuts this guy down. That's a sad fate. Right. anything else? I'm just checking the area before proceeding down, because at the beginning of this game you should be happy about even the tiniest little item that will grant you health, because oh gosh, I can't hit it because I was looking too far up, basically. So yeah, still getting used to the controls, but I think it's getting better. It's getting better, but I got hit once, which is not that nice. So yeah, for those of you who haven't played any of the Gothic games, enjoy this view. Actually, you don't see anything, right? Because the viewing distance, I actually put it on 100%, but since this is such an old game, yeah, you can't really see that far. But yeah, over there you can actually see in the corner of your eyes the old camp. So yeah, that should be visible in just a second. Oh, sour fizz, that sounds nice. And orc leaf, that surely will grant me strength, right? Pretty sure. Orcs are strong, basically killing our army, the human army, as we saw in the introduction cutscene. And there are some more scavengers on that little isle. Right, let's be a bit more cautious around here. Well, there are some hunters over there, so we should be relatively safe as long as we don't mention that we have a letter that will grant them.
Hey, you!
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Alright.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Alright. So...
where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Alright.
Where do I get a map?
Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Alright.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind.
Okay, another warning that we should not mention our most valuable possession. Let's talk to Drax now.
You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with. Then we'll see.
Well, I found plenty of beer, so let's be generous and make some friends. Oh, the barrier was just turned on. That's great. You can now see it in the background, and I really like that actually, because it's quite pretty in my opinion.